one of the. There we go. What's going on, good people? It's yours truly, EZDZ, one of the hosts of Chop Shop. Now, I'm not gonna say we got a skeleton crew tonight. Ruff should be en route. AFG took another PTO day. That's definitely gonna be probably a write-up. What you thinking? A write-up or
I don't know if it should be a write-up, but we should look at some kind of disciplinary action.
That's fair.
Some disciplinary action.
Now the key today, now if you know me, I'm a regular dude, but I'm in the presence of two superstars this evening. I mean, when I first got the call that the lady to my right was covered, I was already excited. But then when my brother across from me, after being seen on ABC this past Saturday, everything has changed. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce first. I got to introduce my brother, Dade City's finest, Waldella. How you feeling, man?
Man, I feel amazing, truly blessed, just to be able to be here. And
has your celebrity status changed? Are you still the same dude? Or?
No, I'm not. You're not? Yeah, so if y'all have my number, lose it. Make sure if you want to get in contact with me, reach out to my agent.
Okay.
If y'all need anything, I probably won't answer, but y'all still can hit me up.
Okay, appreciate it. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, now special guest needs no introduction. We talk about superstars, do a lot of great things in the city, man. Me and her go back years. She came on the kid with us. We was at the other studio, but like I said, we done upgraded, got better. So she definitely like these surroundings. We had out the trap when we did the first episode out there at University Ball, right there by the movies back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So without further ado, man, all the operators of Selena's house, the one and only Ice Antonio Thomas.
Hello. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome.
Well, let's get into your spiel. Like I say, you've done a lot of great things in the community. With this being October Breast Cancer Month, I know you breast cancer survivors. I definitely want to highlight that as well.
Yes. And to all the survivors.
Okay. Let me ask you just, let's go back in time. When were you originally diagnosed?
November will be 3 years.
Okay.
Hold on, because I'm not paying her. Sorry, go ahead.
November will be 3 years.
Was it a call? You had to go into the doctor? How'd that go?
It was God.
It was God.
Yeah, because I had nothing. I was fine.
Okay.
I had been fine.
Okay.
And my best friend had a dream. And she called me and she said, "When's the last time you had a mammogram?" And I was like, "Oh, it's been like 10 years. And so she's like, "No, you got to go." And I was like, I don't have health insurance right now. I'll go in October for Breast Cancer Month. And this is like around May. And she said, "No, I'd say you got to go." And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go. And I kind of sat on it. Didn't go.
Okay.
She bothered me. She kept on me. So I finally decided, okay, let me just go. And I had another girlfriend who's a nurse practitioner, gave me a referral. I went and got it done. And they called me and they said, "You got to go back."
Okay.
I was like, "You got to go back." But most of the time with minority women or African American women, our breast tissues are dense. So we always have to go back if it's just a regular mammogram.
Right.
We should be doing 3D mammograms. So it was no big deal. Let me just go back. And so when I went back, you usually go back, they do, and then they say, "Okay, you can get dressed and you can leave." But this lady said, "You can get dressed but stay." For what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm staying for, like, y'all done did, y'all done poked and prodded what we doing,
Right.
like.
And so when the nurse came in, she's like, I said, "Let's go into this other room and talk." And I was like, yeah, no.
You want to go in the room? Okay.
I ain't want to hear nothing you had to say. I'm good. And I was leaving. And she's like, "No, we have to have this conversation." And so I said, immediately you think everything negative. Right. You think they got to get rid of them. I'm going to die. What is it? Like, everything was negative. And she basically said that, "Yep, we think it's cancer. And so we have to do one test." So I said, okay. And she wanted to like schedule something right then and there. And, everything at one time, it's like, you can't even process. I was by myself. So I said, "Okay, I'll call you back to make the appointment."
Okay.
By the time I got to my car.
Come on, Tori, do what you got to do.
Just a sec.
Four is better.
Yeah, I'm not sure why not.
All right.
That's like my favorite number too, so that's cool.
Yeah, I was 4 in high school.
See that? Me too. See that? See how that worked out? See that work out? Okay. Yeah.
Good old days before I was famous.
Yeah.
Before you were famous.
Yeah.
So now let's go back. We in the office. We need to talk to you. I ain't
said,
going. I don't want to go.
Not going.
Okay.
And then she finally said that they think they see something. And so I immediately said, just cut them off. I don't need them. Just cut them off. I don't need them.
That's drastic like this.
Because I wanted my life.
I understand,
so if
but
they had to go, they had to go. I just get another pair.
Let's see first. But go ahead, keep going.
So by the time I got to the car, my doctor had called me and she said, Aidza, St. Joseph's called and they said that you left the office without making a follow-up appointment. I was like, yeah, I told them I would call them back. And she says, doesn't work that way. And so she said, we've got to go back. This was actually like around May.
Okay.
So I went back and I had to have a biopsy done. Did the biopsy and I had to wait.
So what's a biopsy? You know, we slow, like we ain't really educated.
Okay, let me
on
back up.
Our listeners, we watch football. You know, we ain't really.
Okay.
Yeah. And drink a lot of alcohol.
Usually everybody does a regular mammogram.
Okay.
I will tell you that from my experience, I tell everybody and anybody, especially if you look like me, you need to ask for a 3D mammogram because our breast tissue is so thick.
Okay.
So it dents. So from a regular mammogram, they did a 3D mammogram. And then if they still see something, then they're going to do a biopsy where now they're actually sticking a needle in to take a little piece out to test it. Okay. That's the biopsy. It hurts like hell. It's not fun.
So it's not like a shot then?
No.
Okay.
It really hurt. But again, you know.
So they going in and pulling out titty meat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's exactly what she did.
Okay.
And so,
wow. Titty meat.
Listen, but for a long time, anytime I would go to the doctor, I would say, so it's my left titty, my right titty, and they would always say breast. And I was like, oh yeah, I got to remember that. I'm in the doctor.
You got to be politically
titty.
correct.
It's still titty to me. It's still
Save the
titty.
tatas.
Yeah.
Well, like my boy say J's, but that's another conversation. Go ahead.
So, long story short, they did the biopsy. Sure enough, I went to go to have dinner with some girlfriends of mine, Cinco de Mayo. And one of my girlfriends is a nurse practitioner. And I had some results that I didn't know how to read. So I said, okay, I'm going to give them to her and let her read them and tell me, like, you know, what's the chances of what it is.
How you did to our viewers. Like,
right. So I give her my phone. I pull up the results. I give her my phone, and she starts crying. Like tears are coming down her eyes.
Oh,
now,
wow.
We're sitting in this Mexican restaurant getting ready to order
Cinco de Mayo.
And the waiter comes over, and he says, can I take your order? And I said, yes. Can I have a right breast? And my girlfriend starts laughing. She's like, Aidza, this is not a funny. You got to make light of it. Like, because I didn't know what else to respond to. Like, I didn't know.
And that's very serious.
I didn't want to cry. I
that's
didn't
dire.
want to. But I didn't know.
Right. I understand.
So fast forward, finally got insurance. That's a whole different story. Went to Moffitt and met the doctor that was going to continue doing the testing and then do the surgery or figure it out. My biggest thing was, what stage am I? Like, I didn't know if I'm stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, but they had confirmed it. It was cancer. Okay. Nobody in my family has cancer. Nobody.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right? So went to go see the doctor, and it's a female doctor. I looked her up. She comes, you know, had all the credentials and everything else. But when I sat there, she wanted to know, why was I so concerned as to what my breast would look like after surgery? I said, well, because I don't want you to get the cancer out of my breast starting from my foot. Meaning, I don't want you to go in my foot all the way up here. So I need to know how you're going to do it.
What we doing? Yeah, what we doing?
And the lady was, she was rude. We didn't vibe.
Okay.
We didn't vibe. And again, because this is a first thing for me, now I want to back up and say, okay.
And then definitely be a little more understanding, because it's something that you're dealing with. It's something new. So we need to be respect it. And that particular line of work, be a little more patient, a little more understanding.
But did she look like you?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, there we go. Then
Might be an
okay,
issue.
She didn't.
Might be an issue.
She didn't.
Yeah,
So
white only pies.
I had a conversation with another friend of mine who happens to work at Moffitt, and she says, "I said there's another doctor that I want you to see." I said, "Okay," but he was booked. So she happened to call and ask a favor in, and he saw me 2 days later.
Okay.
2 days later, we went in. Not only did he go in, I mean, bedside manners were amazing. I understood. I no longer was scared. The mere fact that I had stage 1, the mere fact that, again, remember, I had no signs of anything.
Okay.
Usually, you'll feel a lump or maybe there's a discharge. I had nothing. Nothing. So for my girlfriend to have this dream, for me to go and get this mammogram, for them to find it, to me, that's all God.
That's God, no doubt.
That's all God. So
No
I
doubt.
had to do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
And it was simple. And if it's one thing that I say is you got to get them checked.
Yeah. But I think also with that is a lot of African American women that don't heed to that. So it's like, just like you said, I feel good, ain't anything wrong with me, but that's something you need to do. And especially for those that have medical benefits, you should go.
And even if you don't, because I didn't have medical benefits, and I'm going to tell you that I found a nurse practitioner that gave me a referral. I think it was like $400 to get my mammogram done.
Okay.
St. Joseph worked with me. So it is so vitally important. If it's one thing that I learned with breast cancer is that there's so much studies and there's so much history and knowledge about it.
Right.
There's so many of us that are living.
Right.
So but you have to detect it early.
Right.
Now they say, well, when you turn 40 is when you get your first mammogram. If you have a history of breast cancer, and this is even for men, ask doctors way ahead of time. You don't have to turn 40. When you're 35, when you're 32, ask for a mammogram and keep asking for it, because early detection is key, especially when it comes to women that look like me. There are many more women that look like me that are getting breast cancer at younger than 40. So if you're not checking by the time you turn 40, you're at stage 2, 3, 4.
And then we losing so many people
Yes.
to it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the pain that a lot of people, it's kind of like when it's like stage 4 and it's only so much that can be done. I think about, like I said, I hate to go to, but I think about Pete. We lost William McIntyre, once again, prayers and not prayers to Mel and his entire family. But to see the outpouring of love that he received last weekend was amazing. And it's just, he was someone that was in every neighborhood. Everybody knew him from whatever walks of life, of shooting ball, in the street, clubbing, karaoke, whatever it was. And we sit back and think now, and I sit back and think like he's gone. Like he ain't with us no more, like he gone. And I think that's the reality what people have to embrace. And like you say, do the steps that are needed in order to detect it. Because we do have us as African Americans, especially males, I ain't got nothing, I'm straight. I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good.
No,
So,
early detection. Like if it's one thing that I've learned from this, it's really about early detection. I had surgery. They took it out. I had 21 rounds of radiation. I went through that, and November will be 3 years that I'm cancer free. And you got to eat right, you got to exercise, you got to do all those
now
things.
was that hard for you? Because I know
detection.
you're a foodie. So when they did you to eat right, I know that was a struggle. When I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I got to ask you.
Well, it's still a struggle.
Every day
It's still
is
a struggle. Huh?
Every day is a struggle.
Every day is a struggle. But
So when they say eat right, what they mean? Like what
really
you can't
just
eat?
watching. It's not that you can't eat. It's just watching what it is that you are eating. Too much of something isn't good for you, right?
Okay.
So, staying away from so much fried food, or, doing more raw, right? More fruits and veggies and things of that nature. Reading the labels. I turned 50 a couple years ago, and when I turn 50, I get hot flashes and all this other kind of stuff that women go through, and I started to do hormone replacement. And hormone replacement could have been one of the reasons why I got the breast cancer. So, but I don't know. But had I read up on it before, maybe I wouldn't have done, and I would have tried something more natural. Now I have no choice but to do something more natural.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So the hormone replacement has increases your risk for cancer.
It does. And it's funny because when I first started doing it, nobody said anything. And then one day in the doctor's office, I get this notice with like my receipt, and it's a notice saying that they've done some studies and it shows that it could. I still didn't pay any attention. I thought, okay, yeah, but I don't have any history of it. And that was it. And it wasn't until afterwards that I started to think back, and I thought, well, I wonder maybe if that was the cause. There's no connection to it, but it could have been. I don't know.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, especially now how, the way food is prepared,
GMOs.
all of that.
Yeah.
So you have to really watch all that. So I say to be more, do more natural things, whether it's those things that grow from out of the earth that you wash off and you eat, that kind of stuff. Prepare your own food, because now you know how you're preparing it and you're not depending on somebody else to do it.
Now let's go back to when you got the original diagnosis, and I know when you said that to your family, I know you got a son. When you explained it to them, because I think a lot of times when people, you're such an outgoing person, with a real bubbly personality, and I mean, it's hard to say, hey, I got cancer. Like, I know you probably got to sit there, I got to talk to you, get yourself prepared. What was that like?
So I wouldn't say the C word.
You wouldn't say it, okay.
It took me about a year to say that I actually had cancer.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it. I had my best friend. She was my mouthpiece. So she was responsible for telling everybody else. Now, my son, my mom, and my sister, I sat down and I said, I think I have it.
Yeah, shout out these sodas, old school East Lake Mall Foot Locker. I used to get shoes from them. Appreciate that. Let go.
Yes. So I told them that, especially with my mom, I told her, I think I have it. I'm not sure. We're going to check and see, and I'll let you know. And that's how I kind of prepared my mom for eventually when I had surgery. I was like, okay, Mom, they're taking it out. But as long as she knew that there was a plan in place, she was okay. So I told her once I knew what the plan was, what the plan of care was.
So what was the process as far as getting rid of it? Was it chemo? Was it just surgery for removal?
It was just surgery for removal, and you have a choice. So I had a choice of getting them both removed and not having to think about, the cancer ever coming back. Or you had a choice of getting a lumpectomy, where they go in, they take it out, and so if the cancer is this big, they're going to take that, and then they're going to take around it as well to make sure they take everything, because sometimes cancer is like the gravel in the dirt. So if you might pick up some rocks, but you may leave smaller rocks. So that's why they cut around. And then radiation. For me, because I was stage 1, I didn't have to do chemo, which was a blessing for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, to get it detected. So it took you, a couple of years, or was it a real quick process?
So they told me in May. By August, I had my surgery. And then November, I started radiation.
Okay.
November, I started radiation. It was straight radiation every day except Saturdays and Sundays. 21 rounds of it. And again, the medicine is so advanced. You would go in, they lay you down in this table. They have these exact points of where the radiation goes. I did 21 rounds. I rang my bell. And
what was
now
that like?
I'm on
When
medicine.
you rang that bell, what was that like when you hit that bell? Like all the
like
stress,
a Club Atlanta.
happy hour. Okay, last
Happy
call.
hour where
Okay,
I
half
get
hour. Okay.
the bartender got
Okay.
my attention.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't, it was scary, but I will tell you that having a support system is important.
Very important.
And then even my doctors, like my radiologist, she's an African American woman, so I could ask her.
And
Okay, so
she
what
can
does my
relate.
skin gonna look like?
Yeah.
Is it gonna turn dark? What lotions do I use? You know, when they do the surgery, like I could ask her all those questions that
Or
I
you told her
couldn't
put that
ask
cocoa butter on
somebody.
there, put that good cocoa butter?
Correct. Or goat's milk lotion is the best lotion to put on it. So when you do the radiation, it turned dark, and then eventually you'll get your color back.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Oh, okay. Just look a little extra crispy. Then they
There
lighten
you go.
up.
I look a
Okay.
little extra crispy.
And then lighten it
and then
on
you
back
have
up.
2 scars because I had a scar to take the actual cancer cell out. And then they had to test my lymph nodes to make sure that the cancer didn't spread.
So when you were going through that process, were you kind of like, just, I don't want nobody to see me like this. I'm a chill. You know, what was that like? 'Cause I know sometimes, I don't mean not necessarily, but some women can be, I don't want nobody
Yeah, so
to see me like this. You
With
know,
the
like-
radiation, did your hair fall out with the radiation?
No,
Okay,
no,
so the
no.
radiation
So
not that
because
bad.
the radiation is pinpointed to one section,
Mm-hmm.
so like I don't have hair under my arm, but I was good with that. That's what fell out.
Oh, yeah,
is
you-
the hair
oh,
on
so
under my
you
arm.
good with that.
So I'm good. I was like, that's
And
not
did
a
it
problem.
go back? You know?
Nope, it didn't
It's
go
not.
back.
It's not becoming to see a lady with a tank top on, an
There with a
afro,
bunch of hair up
with
under
an
her
afro up
arm.
under her
So-
Man,
armpits.
that's all natural, man.
Yeah, I'll defer.
Some women do
Second
like
half me on that, bro. I'll second half. I'll defer.
So,
Hard no.
so yeah, it was, being able to take care of it. The other thing for me that was big is being able to talk to other women that look like me that had gone through this, so I could ask those other questions, So I knew exactly what lotion to use. So I knew exactly like, okay, where'd you get your bras from, or what bras did you wear, or what happens to the scar, or all those questions. And they would take pictures and show them to me. Like I said, this is what's gonna look like. Yep, don't worry about that. That's normal. So that was comforting for me.
Have you ever gone and spoke to other women after you went through
I have a couple of times. I think for me, my mission is to make sure that everybody around me. So when I was going through it, a lot of people didn't know. And again, because I didn't want the sympathy card.
I'm gonna tell you, I still remember. I have it in my phone. When
I
you
didn't
told
tell
me,
you. Yeah.
you told me, you like, D, don't say it and don't tell nobody. Like, well, okay, we pray, we praying for you. But like, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. And I was like, okay,
Right.
I get it. And you always been like a private person. I know you just, I want everybody, because like you say, because when people with that diagnosis, people, oh my God, she for the league, like she's sick. Oh,
Right.
I'm so sorry.
A lot of negative energy too.
Right.
And I didn't
So
want
you
that,
want- yeah.
And so I still worked as much as I could. I
Right.
would work from home, and I definitely tried to
And that was
always
during
keep
COVID
a
too, right?
positive attitude. It was a little bit, yeah. It
Okay.
was a little bit through COVID. It's like the ending of like COVID.
Okay.
And so when I finally said something, because I'm part of the best sorority in the world, and a lot of them didn't know either.
I was gonna say, what sorority is that?
Really?
You see what she got on, see what she
blue on.
rocking.
I ain't know.
No blue. This blue is just a color. It's
Oh,
what's
okay.
around my
See,
neck.
that's what I'm just trying to figure out. I don't
Delta
know.
Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, okay.
INC.
One time for all the deltas.
Okay.
So I didn't tell a lot of them either.
Right.
So eventually when I did open up, it was really to share my story so that somebody would learn from what happened to me.
What you went through. Okay.
Yeah. So, and it did. I had another friend of mine who, because I said that, I just went and got checked, she went and got checked and she had cancer.
Wow. How's she doing now?
She's doing very well. And again, she caught it early.
Yeah,
So
well,
that early detection
Catching it
is
early
key.
is the key.
very
man.
important. Very
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna take our first break. We're finna get into this real quick. As we know, every show we do, we lost a good part. I lost a good partner of mine, Will D, back last year in August. So every show we do, we dedicate to him. So Torre, you don't mind, you pull his information up. Check him out online, Cigar Life, www.cigarlyfe.com. You got some good stuff on there, man. Like I said, a day don't go by, I don't think about your boy, but like I said, we still keeping the train rolling for you. Ruff ain't in the office tonight, so we do it real quick. GDDallas.com. What do you think? You got receipts?
You got receipts.
Yeah,
You definitely got
813.
receipts.
Yeah, 813. Whatever you need. Document preparation, child support, time sharing, courtroom etiquette, confidence and strategy, civil traffic cases, case shadow with appeals. He do it all. 813-570-9617.
Great dogs.
Yeah, pro se with receipts.
Non-attorney.
And he
Pro
does
Se
have receipts.
consultant.
Yeah, and he does have
He
receipts.
getting results.
Yeah.
All that. And
He
he's
do.
now teamed up with Life Malcolm.
Yeah.
For Life
Stress
Malcolm
that.
Law.
Yeah.
And
They doing big things out there, man. So I just hope working with these superstars, man. Although these guys might just leave me at the back. So
Never.
hopefully I can be in the group. I could back up and do what I do
nah,
something.
we probably gonna need a roadie. You could probably get my bags, throw
For
them on
real.
the bu- Yeah,
And buy
yeah.
buy the grid, get all the grid evidence for you.
Nah, purple.
Purple. They'll make purple
Skittles.
evidence.
Purple Skittles.
Purple Skittles.
Yeah, I only want purple Skittles.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I got to get a whole. They don't make them in separate. So I got to go through the
Yes.
assorted and just pull out the purple one with a
If you
glove
want to
on.
come along, I mean, you don't have to come. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you want to come, you can all purple Skittles.
So when y'all eating, I get to eat what y'all eat, or
Oh no, definitely not. You seen you seen NWA, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Compton.
I with Jerry Heller though.
Okay, so we eat fat burgers. Okay. Torres, we finna get out of here, man. Give us a quick break. We do not own the right to this music. Torres, give us something, brother. Thank you. Back at it, finna get into the second segment of Chop Shop. Yours truly, EZDZ. As I said earlier, AMG and Ruff are not in today. AMG is probably gonna get written up. It's gonna be a sternly worded email in his inbox so as we get through with the show.
Disciplinary action on that.
Absolutely. So yeah, we got, like I said, I got two superstars over here now. I got the one and only Dade City, who was actually, and we can get into this real quick. Just give us your weekend Saturday morning, because I know you flew to Seattle for the game. Your cousin Mike Penix, Heisman favorite right now, beat Washington.
Michael Penix.
The Michael Penix, junior number 9, went to Tampa Bay Tech High School. First guest I ever had doing this podcast. So I'm grateful for that. So give me your Saturday. Just your Saturday. Your Saturday. Give me your Saturday.
My Saturday was amazing. As you could tell a little bit, my voice still out a little bit. They didn't have any hot tea for me on the show. I'm very,
On the set, okay.
disappointed.
We gotta do better, Torres.
In the Chop Shop crew. Moving forward, I have a lot more demands than normal to be on the show, but we will be able to continue to move forward.
Hopefully we get these worked
continue
out,
to
man.
move forward as long as these demands are met.
Yes, sir.
So my Saturday was amazing, man. I actually woke up. It was so early in the morning.
Yeah, 3-hour time change.
When I woke up. So I woke up, it was probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning in Seattle. But it was around 7:30, 8.
Now, tell the people what I said. Did y'all tailgate? You correct me. Tell me, give me your word.
No. We don't tailgate in Husky Nation. We don't tailgate. We sailgate. We sailgate. So we actually sailed to the game. Took a boat across Lake Washington, pulled up to the stadium, got out. And it's boats lined up, man. There's people partying. They giving out Bloody Marys. It was the morning. They was giving out Bloody Marys.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So yeah,
it ain't my thing. So
okay,
but they treat us well in Washington. The family, man, it was so crazy to see how much they love that kid up there, man.
Because they winning. And he played football. That's why I try to tell people it's different. And I tell people racism does not exist in sport. Not in certain sport. Like, so you come to games, we all family. Sports, we all family.
It does exist in sports.
I mean, it does.
I don't want you to say that.
Okay, but then I think in that setting, like you said, everybody's very receptive. Correct.
In Washington,
okay,
it does. In Seattle, Washington,
yeah. Trigg say Old Miss was kind of bad.
It does not exist in other locations. It was.
And the game was loud all game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they had the decibel meter on. They were trying to break the record. So the record was like 133 something decibels, and they got up to 132 something. But they didn't break the record, but they was close though.
That's crazy.
So it was crazy, man.
That's crazy. That's good stuff, man. So I'm gonna go to one superstar back to the superstar to my right. Owner and operator of Salita's House. Let's bring everybody up to speed. Let everybody know what Salita House does, because this is very important.
Where she live at?
So Salita's is my grandmother.
Okay.
She was.
All right.
And she's the one that she's the one that I know taught me the importance of taking care of people. So I started Salita's House 17 years ago.
Vet in the game.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But her story is a trip. Like you just said, I ain't working no more. Go ahead. I'll let you tell it. I'm sorry.
So, well, I worked at the Housing Authority for almost 5 years and enjoyed the work. I just didn't like all the red tape to help
the politics.
The politics behind it, I didn't like. And so eventually I got this crazy idea that I could do this on my own. So I wrote my 2 weeks letter of resignation and went home and prayed about it and said, okay, God, you take care of babies and fools. So I'm going to be,
Okay.
I'm gonna be a fool and just go out to try to do this. And
take that leap.
And it worked. I don't feel like this is a job. It's something that I'm passionate about. And so every day that I do it with that intention. I do it with all the love that I have. I love all of my clients. I love to create programs and opportunities for people to succeed when it comes to finances, when it comes to growing your wealth, your generational wealth. And so I've been able to do that. I create my own tables. I create my own programs. I'm the grant writer. I clean the toilets. I answer the phones. Whatever it is that needs to be done, that's how we kind of work at Salita's House. It's a team effort. So we're a HUD, Certified Housing Counseling Agency, so we provide housing counseling for anybody. So whether it's rental counseling, pre-purchase counseling because you're interested in buying a house, whatever it may be. And then we're also a CDFI. So CDFI stands for Community Development Financial Institution. Short end of that is that we're a social lender. So Daryl, because I've known you for so long, and I know who you are, right? You've been there for me at certain times. You keep your word. So if you came to me and said, Aidza, can I borrow $200? I'm not going to ask to run your credit report, right? Because based on our friendship, you're good to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to loan you the $200.
That's
I
low.
know that you're going to pay me back, or at least
Okay.
you will have conversations with me
Okay.
about trying to pay me back.
Okay. Waldo, will you loan me $200? Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
So
Y'all got a different relationship.
All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
our CDFI works in the same manner. We are a social lender. So we really lend to individuals based on the relationship that they've created with Salida's House.
Okay.
So now, does that mean that just because you come to your appointments and you do a couple of things that I'm going to lend you money? No, you still have to be able to pay us back. I do not want to put somebody in a worse financial situation than what they started.
Okay.
So there
I
are
wanna
a
see if I
little
can
bit
borrow
of
some money.
requirements. Huh?
I want to see if I could borrow some money.
You got to become a Salida's House client.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, and we've been able to actually really help individuals. We have one loan product right now where, let's say that a client has $3,000 in collections. And so that's really their biggest obstacle to becoming mortgage ready to buy a house, right? So they can't get mortgage approved because they've got these collections that they got to pay off.
Okay.
I'll pay them off for you. So now what happens is on your credit report, you create an open, active, positive loan, right? Credit line, credit item on your credit report.
Right.
And we report to the credit bureau.
And that definitely helps your credit, boost your credit.
Absolutely.
Okay, now I get that.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
now you're ready. Now you can become mortgage ready. So we've had clients where they're maybe paying $2,100 in rent, now become mortgage ready a whole lot sooner, and now be able to purchase a house. So that's Salida's House. During the summer, we do a 2-week summer camp for kids, 13 through 17, where we teach them all money management concepts, the importance of understanding credit and credit reports, and financially, what are you going to do after high school? Because I think so many kids, you know, we stress grades, but it takes money to get you to school. So even if you have scholarships, a lot of the times you may not have a full ride. So how are you financially going to not just go there, but then stay there? So we have those conversations too.
Now, let me ask you this. 'Cause I know it's a lot of times we spoke about, helping home people, get homes.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people are so caught up on, I can't afford a mortgage. I can pay rent.
You got to pay somewhere.
You got to pay something. But the mindset, that we talked about it, she kidded with us a couple of years ago. A lot of people look at, well, if I'm by myself, it's only just me. I can't afford it. But like I said, if you paying $1,600, manage your money and remain disciplined, you can get you a house.
Like, so when we bought our house, our mortgage is less than the rent.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know that though, because like I said,
I didn't know that.
No, you did, but I'm saying,
I didn't know that, but I
also,
knew I'm gonna buy this house.
you're gonna get this house because you want something for your family.
Yeah.
You tired of paying
So,
rent.
and when I got to the mortgage, I was like, bro, we should have been did this.
Yeah, after the fact, we should have been jumping
I'm
on
like,
it.
bro,
Yeah.
I should have been did this, bro.
Right.
Like,
But like you say, but if ain't nobody around you putting you up on that, and everybody around you just paying rent, that's just status quo.
Yeah.
But it took you, like I say, man, I'm tired of me. I'm gonna do some reason. I want to get me a house. I got children. I want my kids to come where they can kick it, where that's theirs.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I sit back and think, like, we probably paid $100,000 in rent before we went to college, and I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, why are we doing this?
And I think that's the biggest misconception. I think Freddie Mac did a workshop that I attended, and they said that it's sad that there's still a high percentage of individuals that think that they need 20% down to buy a house, and you don't.
Right.
You don't.
But then
You
again, like I
don't.
say, I understand that, but I think also with that is that your circle of people is very important
Yes.
to things that you do. So when you hang out, if it's a group of 7 people and everybody renting houses, stay in apartments, or live with their lady, and you don't have nothing to call your own, that's the thought process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's why, I got me a place, but it ain't yours. Something go wrong with it, they may fix it, may put it on you. But if you're a homeowner, that's you. You gotta fix it. You gotta pay for it. Ain't nobody. This is yours. This is what you asked for, what you signed up for, and that's what come with it. But also with that, there's equity within, and then you have your own. And I think that's what people don't really comprehend.
Right now, the equity is crazy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like I say,
And again, it's if you do it right. So, for us, I believe in stacking. So I believe in stacking down payment assistance for those individuals that need it. There are some individuals that, are what we call low income. And so regardless of how much money they're earning, it's not enough to get them to purchase at the price point that we're at. So if we provide the down payment assistance to make it affordable for them, then they're able to purchase a house. So stacking is key, but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people think that it's microwave ready. You put it in the microwave, 10 seconds later, and
that's the world we live in. They want it right now. That's the world we in.
It takes work.
They want to go through the process.
And they don't.
They just want to come to closing.
They think
my
that
closing.
They want to come to closing.
Was crazy.
Yeah, man, I was a little
every
stupid
closing
too.
is crazy.
Nah, you don't understand.
I remember you told me you broke. Yeah, you said
it was I had a deadline, so I had to. I'm self-employed, so I had to get. I forgot what it was. I had to get
1099 or
no. I had to get something for my income, a paper from the IRS, and we were already kind of at the closing date. We were at the closing date. I got the contract extended for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, we're waiting on it. So it's 2 weeks for them, the IRS, to send a letter. So it get there 2 weeks. It get there the day before the closing date. So when I got it, I called. We set up for the next day. We got there the next day. They didn't take card or whatever for the down payment.
Yep.
And our appointment was probably 15, 20 minutes before the title office closed. So I had to go run to a bank, get a money order. Like it was down to the last minute of that contract, bro.
That's crazy. They try to hit us
But
with
it's
some
all
more fees.
worthwhile at the end.
Yeah.
It's all worthwhile at the end. And that's what I tell, individuals. It's work. It's work.
It's a grind. It's a grind. It's a definite grind.
We're here to help support them and to advocate for them. But it is work that they have to put in. But it's so worthwhile at the end.
Now, if I can ask you, would it be asking too much to what the price point is, or?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's well over 300. And so here's where the dilemma is for me when it comes to home ownership. The city of Tampa has a down payment assistance. You can get up to $40,000 in down payment assistance. It's forgiven after 10 years. The thing is that the maximum sales price is $300,000. Right now,
Can't get too much of
very
300.
little that you find at $300,000.
Yeah, 300. You can't get 300.
So now the city has another program where they have developers come in and they gift them a piece of land, a parcel, and then they build that house. And when they build that house cannot be sold for more than 300. But if you only have 5 houses, but I got 100 people ready,
ain't gonna work.
right? And
Right,
so
right.
again, I always say, it's something that we say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Amen.
Because the minute that there's an opportunity, you got to be ready.
Yes.
If you're trying to get ready, the opportunity gonna pass you.
Right.
So that's why I tell clients, do the work. Don't they take the class and they say, oh, well, I'm going to wait till I fix my credit. We help you with that. Do the work. Do the work. Get ready so that when that opportunity presents itself, it's there. We have a program with Rebuilding Together Tampa Bay. They built 5 homes in Sulphur Springs, brand new homes, and we're renting them. They're rentals, and rents are so high. But these 5 homes are going to 5 families where they're only paying 30% of their income in rent. So I have a client right now who makes $1,200 a month.
So they
30%
paying
of that
they
is
paying
rent.
less than $400.
There you go. For a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
I'll get him one of them.
You already a homeowner.
Oh.
But you got, like I said, they got to have your documentation showing what you.
Correct.
Yeah, so
And
you can't
again,
just do
that's
it.
another reason to be involved. There's 5 houses now, but if I can show that there's much more need, then maybe Rebuilding Together Tampa Bay will go and build 5 more. But I only go to the clients that I'm working with, right? Because they've done the work.
Right.
So again, that's where doing the work, and when opportunity meets, you ready.
So let me ask you this: just say out of your 10 clients, how many really are steadfast about doing the work?
3.
So that's 30%.
That's
Three.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Three.
That's
That
crazy.
is
Then I
crazy.
got 4 that complain.
Okay.
That,
You asking for too much.
Exactly.
You asking
I'm
for too
asking
much.
for way too much. And then the rest just don't ever follow. They drink the Kool-Aid, but then it wears off.
But I just think, for me, just as owning a home is very important, especially like I said, when you have children, that's growth.
Yes.
That's a sense of progress. That's a sign of progress and growth. And if you just comfortable, and that's why I tell you, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to get to where you're trying to get to.
I'm just glad we got our house in 2019. Then
Yes. Praise the Lord.
We got ours in
Right
2020, so yeah, I can dig it. Cause it's crazy. Like I say, even like in our house, you can sell the house, but we ain't got nowhere. We can't stay nowhere.
That's what my mama said.
You
My
can sell.
mama-
You can sell the house. You can sell the house, but
But
you
where
get
you
you some
going?
money. Where you gonna stay?
Yeah, my mama said that. She said if I sell the house, where I'm gonna live at?
Right.
Because I got to buy another house.
Correct.
Yeah. And
Much more
it's
expensive.
much more expensive now.
Yeah, no, stay.
And I'll be able to tell you, I don't know if the market. I hope it changed, but I don't know. I don't see any daylight.
It's not because it's too many people moving. So
Right. Especially down here.
Yeah, the people that are moving down here, they moving from places where houses are valued at 600, 700.
And they coming out here paying cash.
Yes.
No problem. How much is it? Okay.
Sight unseen. They don't even see the house.
Yeah.
They just buy it.
I and the thing is, and even like out there South 301, they throwing up. I mean, they throwing neighborhoods. I mean, communities. I mean, it's growing, crazy.
But I will tell you though, working in nonprofit and how we do this work and how we're able to provide this service comes through a lot of federal funding. And some of that funding goes through the city or Hillsborough County. So I tell clients, because they always say, well, Aidza, I don't understand. How is it that you don't charge me, or you charge very minimal, or how is it that you do this for free? Well, it's because we ask for grants. We write grants. And nowadays, Hillsborough County and the city of Tampa, it's so very important that we tell our politicians, especially our local politicians, what it is that we want. A couple months ago, I have another nonprofit out in Waimama. They literally just took all her money. And so if you think about us not being able to provide that service, and they took the money because they want to put it in transportation. Well, you're going to make the streets real pretty for these people that I was trying to get into a house that now they can't. Now they become homeless. Now they're going to live on these pretty streets. So it's important that we voice our opinion about housing being important, being vital, so that dollars that are coming down are put into programs that deal specifically with housing.
And even like you spoke about, say East Tampa, they trying to revitalize that as far as with businesses and things like that. Cause I tell people all the time, when I first moved out here, 40th Street was a very prominent area for East Tampa. You had businesses, not say mainstream restaurants per se, but you had, the mechanic right here, hairdresser. You had different things up and down. But you ride down, when you pass Hillsborough and 40th now, you probably got about 4 or 5 spots, and that's
Well,
that's
now
it.
you have the wellness hub, which is
Yes.
Yeah.
had a ribbon cutting ceremony
Yes.
today.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
And
I went
it's-
to it this morning. Yes.
Oh, you was out there?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we was
Yes.
out there too. We was out there.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it's,
shout out to Marlon and Miss Wright. Good stuff, man.
Absolutely.
so it's good things on the way, D. So it'll be back to what you mentioned.
And we need that. Like I said, we need that as far as say with commerce for the community, and then in the area, even like they had the IGA, they tore that down. And that was where people went to shop. 'Cause a lot of people on 40th Street don't have transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of foot traffic. You go in there and walk. Go to the grocery store for your mama, your grandmama.
Yeah.
Go buy this, and now you don't have that no more.
But even speaking, remember where the Funland Drive-In
Yeah.
Theater was? Okay, so they sold it. And so they're going to build apartments. But do you know what size bedrooms? I mean, I have families that need 5 bedrooms. Whether it's an apartment or whether it's a house. Now, they're going to build apartment units, but how many 5 bedrooms are you going to build? Are you going to make it affordable? Do
Yeah.
we know this? And
No, it's not gonna
I
be
can't
affordable.
be the
They want
only
their money
voice,
back.
right? So it's, again, that's why it's
that's a
important
struggle.
for us
That's a
to
struggle
know.
though. When you present these things for people, it's a struggle for you.
Sometimes,
Do you get pushback from people like when you?
of course,
Okay.
because again, even just dealing with landlords, and rightfully so, they want to be paid their rent. But sometimes there's individuals that they can't make 3 times the rent.
So that's the craziest thing to me right now. places are renting for $2,000.
Yes.
So you got to make $6,000 a month.
Yeah, how many people are making $6,000 a month? It's a lot of people that are below $6,000 a month.
Absolutely.
But they've never missed a rent payment. You know what I mean?
And that's what I think that's what it should be based upon, your history, rental history, which actually I've been told is not on your credit.
Well, it's not. You can get it reported on
From your
credit.
landlord, yeah.
Yep, you can get it reported. There's some systems now that you can pay for, and they'll report it on a monthly basis. But no, it's not reported on your rent. Now, if you're trying to do a mortgage, that's what we call non-traditional credit. So we would get a letter from your landlord saying that you've paid on time for the last 12 months, and then the lender can use that as a credit item.
Do you have people that come to you a lot to ask for social lending or?
We do.
I'm coming.
I think
You got a good relationship.
I think
Okay.
I think what happens is that I tell clients, like, listen, you've got to consider Salita's house like that friend that you have that you can always go to, that you know you can borrow money from. But you got to be friends first.
Okay.
Right? So if you think about your friends and you say, okay, I can always ask. I know she's going to always have some money. So even if I ask her for $100, she's going to let me borrow that $100. That's how we are. But we got to be friends first. And sometimes individuals will come to me when they're in dire need.
They don't want to be friends.
Well, and they don't. They want me to just give them the money, but
ain't got
then
no
you don't
skin
want
in the
me to.
game.
Yeah, and that's not how I need us to establish a relationship.
Yeah.
So before I will loan the money, I had a client who, grandmother, she has custody of her grandson, and she had been our client for maybe 2 months. Came to her appointment. She was always ready. She was about her business. And she had moved from, I think, like Winter Haven or something. And she had all her stuff in storage. She only made enough to pay the rent, the storage, buy food, gas, and the basics. But she needed to rent a U-Haul to get the things out of her storage so that she can move them into her apartment. So she did that, but now she's $200 short on her rent.
Wow.
So she comes to me one day and she says, Ms. Aidza, here's what's going on. She was only on Social Security. She was looking for a job. And we stayed in the office and we said, okay, well, let's try to figure this out. And I'm like, okay, we can loan you the $200, but we're loaning you this $200 because you have come to every appointment. You are about your business. When you come prepared. You are eager. You want to progress forward. And so we didn't loan her the 2. We loaned her, I think it was 7.
Wow.
Why? Because the 2 was only going to solve that one problem.
Right.
I need her
That's
to have
sharp.
a little cushion.
That's sharp. Yeah.
This lady would catch the bus to bring me a money order every month to pay me.
Wow.
This lady can ask me for anything.
I understand. But like I said, but she's built a rapport and a relationship, and that's why I say just doing good business. And people don't understand how important that is. It's like, even to ask somebody to help you with something and say, hey, I'm going to pay you Friday. I should have to call you Friday. I should have to text you Friday.
For them little funky $20.
Right.
that you-
Yeah. That's the ugly part.
But you
How
must
gonna
be broke. You must be broke. You asking me all this
Yeah.
money
You on
back.
Facebook at happy hour.
Yeah, but
Or
I'm
you
telling
brunching.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, but my dad said all the time. But it's funny. I just live by this. Folks tell you anything when they begging. When they begging, and then people show you who they are. Like you said, he a little funky.
Yeah, now
man, you
your
swear
money
me.
stink.
You swear me. You swear about he a little funky.
Now
He
my
little
money
funky.
stink.
$30,
Okay.
man.
It
Man,
ain't-
here, man, get the money.
It ain't
Get the
stink
money.
when I gave it to
Yeah,
you.
but when you were begging, bro, man, help me out, man. Man, D, please, man. I'm stuck right now. X, Y, Z. Okay, no problem. But it should never get to that. Like I said, it should never be funky when you begging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that same energy, bro. When you get out here, okay, when you on your luck, you begging this, and this. I got a couple politics listening now, and we just have a brotherhood about us. It never really gets to money per se, but I just feel like, for me, just do what you say you're going to do. Always be a
just stand on
stand-up person. Just stand on business. And that's the word that we in now. People don't understand that concept or that thought process. Because if I come to you and say, I need you, I really need you. So it's not to be just like, okay, well, hey, man, I saw some J's they got, so I can hit Walter, let me get $200 dog, and I'm going to go get the J's, and I catch him when I catch him. That ain't good business either.
No.
You see what I'm saying? But I just tell people, like I say, just the energy has to remain consistent. So like you said, a little funky ass $40, like, okay, it wasn't funky when you were begging. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Amscott and try it. Try Amscott. If you act like that, then try Amscott. But people think you be tripping when you say certain things like they're doing this.
But I also think it's about communication. So they don't have to be my funky $20, but can you call me and tell me that you're not going to pay me on a Friday that you said because X, Y, and Z happened?
Right.
Okay, well then let's figure something else out, because I know that it's important that I want to pay you back.
Yeah.
And so that's the other part, is that sometimes people will look you in their face and, why I got to tell you that I remember when I let you borrow.
Yeah, I'm going to say a little something fun before we get out. My nephews, they 11 and 12. No, 12, actually 12 and 13 now. So I remember one year I did something real nice for them for Christmas. So I think they wanted some jerseys, basketball jerseys. We asked Uncle Daryl, they rich. They got said, no, I ain't rich. As I go to work every day, rich people don't work. When you rich, your money works for you when you rich. You don't work for your money, so it's a difference. But I just put that in perspective, like people feel like if you do certain things or make certain moves, oh man, they got it going on. No, we don't. But I tell people all the time, but when you work and pay people on time, you can get a whole lot of stuff out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just got to pay it. Yeah. You can't run off on the plug. You got to pay folks. If you go to people and say you need help with something, pay them. That's the business.
You definitely got to keep your face clean out here, man.
Yeah, that's why I stand on that. So we're gonna take our next break. We brought to you by my man Carlos Meyer. He's a Detroit Lions fan right now. The Oliver Passer. Yeah, he with the Lions, man. He jumping on what's happening. They 5-1, and they won yesterday.
Carlos a trill.
813-443-4730 right there, 7101 North 4th Street. He just did some work for me last week, man. That's the one. I don't know if I told you. I went and had a recall done on my truck. So the lady go come back, little service advisor. Okay, yeah, you got to get rear brakes. You got to get a serpentine belt. I said, well, how much is it going to be? Oh, with labor, it's only $1,174. Yeah, I said, only? I said, okay, I appreciate it. So I just hit low. So I'm getting in the truck. Thank you, mama. Low, I'm gonna bring the truck to you, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. $635.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that's what I go back to. Like, and here we go again. Like, just how you gonna say only? Only?
Yeah, make you feel good about getting all your money.
No, you ain't finna get me. That's why I try to tell you also something else to keep you a good mechanic.
Yes.
Keep you a good mechanic. I don't care if you do that. Some people gonna want
a reliable mechanic.
A reliable one. Cause I'm telling you, Carlo changed teams like socks, but as far as just doing the work,
being at that shop,
stand up dude in the pay. Like I left my car with him, dropped it off. Hey, when the car gonna be ready, say,
he gonna tell you, and he gonna tell you, I get to it today, it'll be done today. You gonna have to bring it back tomorrow. You can drop it off, but whenever he tell you it's gonna be ready, it's gonna be ready.
Yeah, Dawson went and got the keys for me. I went and picked the keys up and got back in my baby Wednesday night, and I ain't look bad. But I can say, but when the lady hit me with the only, I said, only? I said, okay, appreciate it. Gave me a nice little receipt. So I said, okay, yeah, you keep all this. Look, I need to get a serpentine belt. I need to get my back brake, get my brake flush. Oh, yeah, I can take care of that for you, D. Hit me the dashboard and tell me, call me. Everything, I said, six and chassis, run the car. He already got the car. Run the car, low, and we good. And then last but not least, on this segment, Elevate Design, we got some stuff coming out. We got some breast cancer shirts we rocking. You see, I got my 813 and my little pink going on right now. So 813-400-7015. Torres, give us some. We'll be right back. All right, back at this is Chop Shop Superstars Edition. Yours truly, EZDZ. I got AFG and Ruff Day off today. As you know, Dade City, ABC's own Dade City was seen in front of millions, like The Rock said, millions, this past Saturday. Then to my right, the one and only Ike Santonio Thomas. We spoke about earlier, you say you got three people in the fold that kind of get on your nerves. What's your two biggest pet peeves with these folks that claim they want to be homeowners?
Don't ask me.
I gotta ask you. I mean, we kicking it, we chopping it up.
No, you gotta let the people know what they're not supposed to be doing.
Let the people know that. Free, the floor is yours.
I think the first thing is reading is fundamental.
Okay.
So if there's an email that's sent, read it.
Okay.
If there's a flyer about a program, read it. Don't just assume. Don't listen to what somebody says. I have to clean up so many untruths about certain programs all the time. And I think part of it is people simply just are not reading. If you read, I promise you it's there.
But I think something else too that is reading for some people is frustrating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to, especially if you got something like 13, 14 pages. Man, I don't want to read this.
Okay, so D, let me tell you.
Go ahead, give it to me.
We do videos.
Okay.
So if you don't like to read, we have a YouTube channel with a bunch of videos on there.
Okay, but here we go again. That if it ain't TikToking,
Right.
it ain't TikToking. Who want? Like I say, I'm just speaking. People they want to see it right then. So if you got something, you got a YouTube video that's 45 minutes. Who really ain't watching that?
So I try not to do 45 because you're absolutely right. I try to keep it like 3 to 5 minutes. But again, if you want the information, it's
right.
there,
It's available to you, right?
And so, and I'm not going to spoon feed it. I can hold your hand through some of the process, but I'm not going to spoon feed it. I think my other pet peeve is that if you don't like something, or if we didn't do, or we're not doing what you think we should do, before you go and run your mouth, come tell me.
But you got people that's going. I mean, but we live in a world where people are going. They gonna do that.
But again, if you want something, if you're trying to attain something else, and you know that I can help you through that, that's why Salita's House exists.
Right, but some people
say hey, Miss Aidza, I didn't get this email. Something happened. Tell me so that I can fix it. Or me and you can have an agree to disagree. You go your way, I go my way, because I'm not going to make everybody happy.
Right.
That's something I had to learn.
That's impossible. But I think something else too is that some people will take that platform, and if it's foolishness, because they got people that's going to follow the foolishness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. I call it FDF. They're going to follow the foolishness because that's the world that we in. So if you could help 99 people get homes, and that one person that you can't help, you try exhausted every resource available to you, them the ones that's going to get on social media. Let me tell you, I tried this child. Let me give y'all the tea about Salita's House, XYZ. Yes. And you like, damn, like, we could have had a conversation, but that's what people do. Yeah. That's even like, I don't mean to jump sub, I remember a lot of people was mad with the Hungry Black Man when he was here this past summer. He was doing meals and stuff. So people getting mad because now he got folks on blast. So if you're not doing good food.
Yeah, there was a lot of people upset at him because, and it wasn't like he was blasting everybody's food.
Right, but he was critiquing. That's what he do.
The entire process of the food, which was, he had the issue here. He go to a location. They don't say that they not open today. He find out that they not open when he get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he said, there ain't nothing on the website or Instagram or nothing.
But the same rules still apply. So somebody gonna take it. Now, they ain't mad with him.
Now he's upset because he went to 2 or 3 different locations.
Right.
And they all closed.
Right.
So now when he get the food from the other location, he's still mad about the other 2 now your food gotta be on point because I'm already aggravated and upset with this city. So So the places that got good reviews, they were well deserved. There are places that I went to and I've ate at, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, and they have good food. And the places that he talked about are kind of notorious for doing what he said they was doing. So it's not like,
but that go back
wrong,
to saying,
but everybody was mad at him.
But it go back to the same rules, like being about business. So how you mad with me and gonna bash me? You do what you supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about the little funk ass $40. Like how you go get
Yeah.
bad, you go beat me get bad,
Right.
and you ain't taking care of your business.
Right.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense.
I like that.
Think,
That could be a show.
I
I
think
like that.
the other thing too is,
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry,
people
Alexa.
often say, well, I say it's a nonprofit. I'm entitled. You have to. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's it. Here we go again. Now let's back up. Why do people in this world? We talk. Me and Daisy, you talk all the time. People feel that they owe something, and I can't process it. I don't understand it. My nephew say you get 24. Everybody get the same 24 hours. What you do in yours?
Yeah, so I kind of feel because I'm famous now, so I really expect a lot more than I've been demanding before. So
Okay.
I feel what you're saying though.
Right.
'Cause I need a lot for nothing now. So,
But you did say success wasn't gonna change you. That what you told me, or you just lied to me?
I mean, that's like a little like
That's
cliche that you supposed to say that.
Okay.
I didn't mean
All
it.
right. You didn't mean it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So purple Skittles,
That's it. All
Avion
purpose.
water, or
Nah, I don't really do the Avion. I like Voss.
Voss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I'm getting into the box water too, so it depends.
So Rez, make sure we get this list. If you get that out to me, we'll definitely try to see what we can do to meet them.
Right, okay.
You know, you're a very valuable piece of what we do, so definitely don't
you.
want to lose you.
Thank you.
So I'll go to Sam's to see. I just start pulling the Skittles out as needed.
Thank you.
So back to what you were saying as far as the folks with the entitlement. And then do you ever have people like try to challenge some of the things that hey, this is why I got to do this? Why I need to do that?
Listen, I'm always up for a challenge. I want you to ask. I want you to ask me, Aidza, why do you have to have my baby's birth certificate? So I can tell you, because now if you understand the concept, maybe you'll understand why I need all of this, and then it makes the process even easier for us. So I want you to ask, and I will give you the policy. I'm a policy girl, because HUD policy right here say X, Y, and Z. Keep it moving. And if it doesn't make sense, well, we're going to ask for clarity. I'm good for that. So I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is because you didn't like the answer.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: do you have? We have different people that watch all different walks of life. Do you have a lot of say white clients? You have a good amount of white clients?
I do. It's always funny because I have some client that will call and they didn't like what they heard, and so they want to speak to the boss. And so I'm here. Like the boss. Who is the boss of you? God. So if you can get him on the hotline, go ahead, try him.
What you should do is that like Dion say, play my theme music and play Here I Go. Here I Go. Yeah, you start doing that there. Play Here I Go.
I think sometimes too, you have individuals that think that these programs are only for, low income individuals. Nowadays, with the price of gas, groceries, and everything else, everybody fall under low.
Right.
Like we all struggling. So some of the programs that we're doing now, clients that may have never asked for any type of resources are asking now. And so sometimes they feel like, oh, well, if you paid taxes and if you worked and you qualify for this, apply.
Yeah, so I just found out in Dade City, the police department qualified for low income housing.
Absolutely. I have teachers
What?
that qualify for low income housing.
In
I
Dade
have
City.
teachers that are homeless. How can a school teacher be?
Are you serious?
They don't make enough money, man.
And I guess when you process, like I'm tripping, like that's crazy.
They don't. I have school teachers that.
Because what they making,
live
40,
with families.
45,000?
Yeah. Live at a church. I have a school teacher right now. She lives at a church.
And I think that's so sad. 'Cause I sit back and think like, even like living in the Riverview Ruskin area, I see homeless people out there now, and I'm like, damn, they done got out here. But it's real though. That's why I try to tell people, homelessness is real. It's nothing that you can ride down 56. They got the little bus where they sit up, they lay up on there at night. You can ride down 50 down by Highland Pines. The Bank of America sit right there on the corner. they sit up under that little thing where you can go through, to pull money out. And it's real, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think a lot of times people, and we all have gone through different things, but I think that maybe if they started like we spoke about family, I would never want to think my two boys on the street. Yeah. That would drive me crazy. So I don't have them on this, okay, you on the clock, you need to hurry up. I couldn't do that. Cause I couldn't sleep knowing that my child is out here on the street. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I couldn't do that. But some parents want their kid, you got to go. You're 18, get out.
Them be the ones that ain't gonna listen to them though. Them be the ones that think they could do everything on their own. Them be the ones that some you can't save everybody. Like
no, you
she
can't.
said.
But
So
I knew at 15,
some of them
16,
got to go.
I wanted my own independence. I knew at 15, 16 because I know there's things I can't do at my mom and dad. I can't do the stuff I want to do at my mom and dad. I can't do it. Right. And I can't try it. So I got to work, put my plan in play to get my own place. And I remember the first place I had, like I said, it was so crazy. I ain't had no furniture. I had a crate that I watched TV on. I had a TV stand, a TV, and I had my bedroom set. I ain't had nothing else. I mean, I had paper plates, plastic cups. I had no pots, no pans. And this is when Cash and Carry, I'll tell you how crazy it was. Cash and Carry used to have a 10-piece for $4.99. So I would get that. That'd last me 3 days. I take something for lunch, go back. So I got to the point like I had to wait till I got my first bonus check. When I got my first bonus check, I could ball a little bit. I go to Piccadilly, grab a little something and take. But I understand the struggle. But that's why I think, it's just that when we push our children out, and parents, if you're out there, your kids with you, try to have them help do their part, you know what I'm saying? But don't push them out because like that homelessness is real.
Yeah, so, I left, jumped out the nest and came back right to the nest.
For real, how long you gone?
When I went in the military, then I came home. I was home for maybe a year. Mm-hmm. And things weren't going like they were supposed to be going, but hey. Yeah. And hit up, Ma, I need
to come back.
Yeah.
And she took you back.
Come on back.
Home. Let me ask you, when you went to South Florida, again. Did you leave right then and went and got your own place? You went back home?
Oh, no, I went back home.
For real?
I went back home to try to figure it out, financially to try to figure it out. I had just graduated college. I went back home.
Well, my parents moved in 94, so I ain't had no choice. I had to get it. I had no choice. And my mom, I never forget, like, when they moved, my dad got transferred on his job, and she like, listen, don't call me because you down here by yourself. So if you can't afford it, get your ass on the plane, sell all your stuff, and you come stay with us. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, because, I ain't got no money to pay no rent. So if you feel you get behind on your rent, and that put my mind to, like, I'm working, like, if they had overtime, I do it. I'm working. I work overtime, work weekends, I'm on all that. Because I just I did not want to go back home. Mm-hmm. And they moved, my dad got transferred to Alabama. He moved to Mobile, like Daphne. Oh. And exactly. Now, you talk about, it's carpet. Now this 1994. It's carpet at the mall. So when you walk into see how you look at it exactly. When you walk into the mall, it's carpet. Like carpet on, like you walking on carpet. Like ain't no just flat surface.
That's luxury.
No, it's not. No, that's not. No, that's not. No, that's not.
That's luxury.
Anybody from Atlanta, that's like West End. If you go into the West End Mall in Atlanta, you tripping. West End Mall probably sell more white T-shirts and Air Force Ones than anybody in the world. So if you trapping, if you're a real good trapper, you get your gear out of
but
West
carpet
End
in the mall is luxury though.
No, I can't say it.
It might have been alpaca.
Agree? Would you agree? No, they ain't no alpaca. They ain't no alpaca, Frank Lucas. Yeah, East Lake. When you on East Lake was like this carpet right here. Nobody walking on that in the mall, man.
Yeah, man. No, that was alpaca.
Block that. No, you blocked that. So we're gonna take our last break. This is gonna be brought to you. My folks got the best barbecue known to man. I tell anybody, I put this up against anybody. Pull it up, Torred. Thank you. Conan's Barbecue, 1510 North Hubert, Tampa, Florida, down there in downtown Carver City, 813-870-0404. When we come back, me and Dade City finna get into our wing stop, chop shop, Super 13, and pick these games. We'll be right back. Give us a minute. We almost had an altercation in here on the break with Dade City between the two superstars. Dade City talking a little wreck. I had to actually refrained superstar number one from jumping out her chair. So thank you to her for providing extra security just in case. So before we get out of here, as you know, we do every week is high school football. This upcoming weekend, we got some good games coming up, and we got to recognize those that keep the lights going for our Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13 segment. Torre, whenever you're ready to pull those up and let Dade City, will you still call these? You still call these out?
We'll have to discuss my contract as far as, what I be doing, but I'll go ahead and do it today.
All right, Torre, whenever you're ready. Thank you, sir.
So we have, shout out to Wingstop, man. We out there, 23048 State Highway 54.
That's if you're out there at the outlet mall getting your little shopping. Lego.
813-705-9464. Then we on Hillsboro in the hood, 2115 East Hillsboro Avenue.
Smack dab in the trap, right there, 2115 Hillsboro. Shout out to the folks over there.
813-559-1527. Now we out on Bruceby Downs, 1219 Bruceby Downs Boulevard. 813-536-0222.
That's if you like your wings mild out there in the Wesley Chapel area. That'll be a good spot for you. Proceed.
Definitely. Now we out there in Northdale. We out there in Northdale, taking over out there. 10019 Northdale Mary Highway. 813-374-3566.
You can go get them before you hit Club Joy. Get you like your little, habanero mango. Top them off with a little Cajun corn is. Proceed. Little spice to it. Get you started for the club.
Now we out there in Polk County, 4217 South Florida Avenue.
Now Kathleen closed a little early. Go put that in there.
863-450-2353.
They like that garlic palm out there in Polk County.
Yeah.
Proceed, brother.
So we also on North Florida. We on the north side with it. 14915 North Florida Avenue.
Down the street from Malibu.
813-851-0088.
They like the Hickory barbecue out that way.
They like the Hickory barbecue? Okay. Yeah. So that sounds good though.
And our last two spots, go ahead.
The Chop Shop headquarters, 9305 North 56th Street. 813-373-5174.
That's that lemon pepper spot. That's the lemon pepper wet.
Yeah,
out that way.
Lemon pepper wet, the lemon pepper sandwich. Hey, they lemon pepper.
Yeah, that sandwich is life changing. I'll tell you, don't sleep on that sandwich. $7 with the fries and drink. Yeah, I'm winning. Yeah. And the last one, sir.
And the OG where it all started. 2776 North Fowler Avenue, 813-903-9464.
I gotta say something real funny. My partner Marcus will listen. They had a lot of Africans that come in like the real hot wings. They'll say a topic. They say atomic. They want the atomic.
You want the atomic.
Want the atomic. So, like I say, thank you. Shout out for Wingstop, man, for what they do, keeping the train rolling. So, with that being said, go ahead, Toriel, pull these games up real quick. Me and Dade City can crank up real quick for the Wingstop. There we go, Super 13, high school football. Now we got our games at teams that are not ranked. Spoto ain't won a game at Brandon, who's actually 2-4. Who you like to win at?
I go with Spoto.
I'm gonna try Brandon. Brandon, they winning. Middleton at Sickles. Middleton done won 2 games. Sickles done won like 3.
Yeah, I'm really not sold on what Middleton got out there. I'm not sold on Sickles either, but just give me Sickles.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, this alumni right here, so I already know who you like in this game. Warden at Bloomingdale. The Wildcats, okay. Gotta be in Bloomingdale, okay. Let's go and get to our honorable mention, please. Zephyr Hill, they got the week off. Blake at Chamberlain. Blake should whoop Chamberlain.
They should. Everybody should whoop.
Yeah, everybody should whoop Chamberlain. Tampa Catholic travel on Thursday night going to Fort Myers. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that is gonna be an interesting game.
You like Fort Myers or you like TC?
I mean, I like Plies, but I'm keeping it local.
Okay, A1 Trey.
Yeah,
okay, Tampa Catholic for the win. Let's get into the Super 13. We got alumni here to my right too. The Hillsboro Terriers at Newsom. Hillsboro gonna beat them?
Absolutely.
Okay, who you liking? The Hillsboro? Who you liking that?
I'm looking at Hillsboro.
Yeah, they gonna whoop Newsom. They gonna whoop Newsom. They gonna whoop Newsom. Robinson got the week off. Actually, our player of the week, Eric Archill Jr. One player of the week threw for 274 yards, 5 touchdowns, ran for 95 in a 35-14 win over the University of Jefferson. Yeah, just food for thought.
I mean, them good numbers, man, but you got to take into account the
Who they
competition.
played?
Yeah, you gotta take that.
You're not
yeah.
sold? Okay,
Nah.
thank you. I appreciate it.
You're a good kid, though.
Good kid, let go.
Congratulations.
Number 11, Plant at Steinbrenner. Who you like in there?
I'm playing.
Yeah, Plant gonna beat them. Riverview lost their first game. Riverview got embarrassed. They got lost to something, 40-7. Shout out Coach Ashford out there, Hillsborough graduate, 87. Let go. Remember he had the curl. They host. They got Strawberry Crest. You had a pretty curl too. Who you like in there? You like Riverview? You like Strawberry Crest?
I was on Strawberry Crest at the beginning of the year, and they kind of let me down, man. So I'm gonna rock with Riverview.
Okay, I'm gonna take Riverview. I'm gonna take Riverview as well.
I was trying to pull for Crest earlier this year, but they let me down, man.
Now this is a good game right here. East Bay at home hosting number 7 Berkeley Prep. East Bay only lost one game this year.
I like that running back from East Bay.
You like him?
Yeah, I like the running back from East Bay, man.
I'm gonna try Berkeley. I like JoJo Troop out there. They tough. They got some brothers out there at Berkeley, so they come kind of deep.
Yeah, Berkeley might win, but I want East Bay to win, man. I'm going with East Bay. I'm for the upset.
Okay, Alonzo off some, North Carolina day off. Let's get into these last set of games. They wait for it to get good. Number 4, Durant hosting Gaither. What they gonna do in that? They gonna whoop Gaither?
No, I like Gaither, man.
To beat them?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Armwood at Plant City. That's old school there. That's I-4 there.
No, they ain't nothing.
They ain't that? Armwood?
Yeah.
Okay, now game of the week. We have Orient Road this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We got at Taft Bay Tech, number 1, hosting number 2, Jesuit.
So
You on the spot. Who you like?
Jesuit just struggled with Gaither. They had the
went overtime, 36-35, I think.
2-point conversion, pulled
Yeah.
the win out. And I don't think Gaither is as strong as Tampa Bay Tech. But they could have been looking forward. They could have been looking
ahead. Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Tech. I'm gonna go with Tech to pull out a victory.
I don't never want to go against Coach Rob because they definitely got better athletes, better players. But they got to whoop Jesuit because you can't let them hang around. So
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Tristan Owusu-Ya.
yeah. I like that name.
That's his name, man.
Okay.
Tristan Owusu-Ya.
I'm gonna take Tech. I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna go against
You
the
did
grain.
all that, bro. You did all that.
I did. I gotta sell it. I'm doing the Kurt Hurd Street. I gotta sell it. So I'm gonna take Tech. I think it's gonna be close.
I think it's gonna be close too.
But I think Tech gonna win though. Tech. Did you? That was y'all rival in school, right?
No.
Or was it King?
It was King.
It was King.
It was King, yeah.
So what game? I know you was a cheerleader. You was cheerleader back in your younger day. What game? So you enjoyed the Hillsborough King
You
game?
can do a
I
backflip.
did. I could. Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying now.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, you doing backflips back in the day? Now I gotta ask you. I asked all cheerleaders this when they come on. Did y'all do gigolo? Was that one of y'all cheers?
Absolutely.
Tell them talk about. My hands up high, my feet down low, and boy,
That's the way I jiggle.
I'm telling you. Listen, you talking about getting somebody ready? You a gigolo, man? I can't think straight. Put me in now. I'm ready to play right now, coach. I'm running through the banner and everything. Gigolo, please. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So Torre, thank you for putting them games up. That's week 8, so we got some good games this week. Before we get out of here, Aidza, like I said, you already know your family. I want to any shout outs you want to give?
To my fam, to all my sorors, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason she almost got Waldo almost got jumped on. Waldo accused of being in another sorority because of the color she has on.
She had on blue.
It's really red.
Okay.
I see red.
Oh,
I always
bad.
see red.
My bad. It might be purple.
It's red.
Okay.
So Red, make sure you quick that because she jump up again. I don't know if I can catch her like I did last time. Please be alert. Keep your head on the swivel, please. Keep your head on the swivel.
No. I'm good.
Okay. So celebrity, what you got going? You just chilling this weekend? This week coming up?
I'm trying to regroup, man. I had a wild weekend, man. It was
Starting with the
awesome,
Sailgate.
Sailgate and kicked it off. It was man.
Amazing.
Seattle is beautiful, bro.
I tell people that, man, and that's what something like
very
I was glad.
clean.
Yeah, it is, and I was glad for you. And a lot of people like to say don't travel. Tell you what's funny. I had a dude come to my house Friday, and he told me he had never been this far. And he like, man, I only just be in the hood. I'm like, bro, you got to get out, and it's more to Tampa than 22nd. Maine, Nebraska, Fletcher, Fowler, Bush. It's more to Tampa than that. I mean, more just get out and see something.
To the world.
To the world.
He just Tampa.
That's what I'm saying. But when he said, I was just like, I said, man, he tripped. He's really tripping.
But D, you live far though, so that I understand that though. You live far, bro.
But you know what? If you let that fire, I come see you because you my partner.
I come see you on Monday here every night. Every Monday night.
So you can't never come to the house there.
You stay too far, but I ain't got that. Like she said, the gas prices going up. It's tough out here. Salita's house.
FaceTime.
Salita's house. Can I get a loan to go to Daryl's house?
Oh, no.
I need some
All right.
gas money. I need to stay in a hotel out
I
there.
need you to FaceTime. Do a Zoom call, something like that.
Okay. Well, before we get out of here, man, I put a post out last night, man, for we do the turkey giveaway. Everyone eats, so I need everybody to try to get on board with that, man. I set a goal to raise $4,500 between now and the 15th of November. So right now, you got about 30 days. So we started off WEDZ Chop Shop Elevated Designs, put in $150 per unit. So that's gonna be $450. So right now we at 10%. So anybody give what you can, man. I put my information on. You got the turkey giveaway right there. So we're giving away, trying to give away 100 turkeys on November 18th, which is going to be at the Auto Repair Center, 7101 North 40th Street. I'll be facilitating that. Then we get through with that. We're going to drop the money off the Conan's Barbecue for everyone eats. We looking at people. We're going to need drivers to get these meals out to the homeless.
Now be patient with these people.
And be patient. Yeah, cause they'll tell you, listen, when you get out there with them,
they wild.
It's definitely something to see. So, but it's always very important to give back and try to make a difference. So, and you get people out there, man. Like last year, we had people that probably hadn't eaten in 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And you just think about you just throw away food every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't gonna eat no more of this. I don't want no more. Just throw it in the trash. But you can do that with somebody. So, my good folks at Conan, we gonna link up and do it again this year. So, before I get out of here, man, I want to give 2 shout outs. I got 2 birthdays coming up this week. My better half, Lisa. Lisa's birthday is on this upcoming Wednesday.
Shout out to Revis.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and then my little homie, my little nephew, Cash, his first birthday is this upcoming Thursday on the 19th. So we birthday bound this week. We're going to kick it pretty good. So like I say, man, anything else before we get out of here? We can go and shut this down?
So you no longer be in contact with me, so just contact my agent if you have any questions moving forward. So
Okay.
if you want to ask, you might ask.
Do you need Travis? Hey, do you got to pick you up to bring you to the show too?
Nah, I got a helicopter.
Okay. It's amazing what a weekend can do. Show it for the people out there, man.
There we go.
My man was in Seattle. Why? That's why I'm trying to tell you. I was so funny. I said, when people ask you, like, when you go to work tomorrow, what you think? I was in Seattle last weekend, bro. What's up? What you talking about? I was in Seattle.
Yeah, I can't. You gotta get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I get it.
She was worried. She was still worried about the game. He was not worried.
I think he was cold.
It wasn't that cold. I just had my hood on. It wasn't.
He was cold. Like man, it's kind of like you scared to move.
I just had my hood on. It wasn't even that cold.
So Parham said we need him in Tampa Bay. Talking about Mike.
Nah, I don't want him to
You don't want him here? No. But I want to thank some of the listeners that made comments. My man Grill, my boy B, Blue, Marcus, Lisa, Parham. So like I said, we finna get out of here this week, man. Keep God first, love your family. And before I always leave, anybody want to be an artist, don't want to see the executive producers, all the videos, all the record, dancing, come to Death Row. We'll see y'all next Monday on Chop Shop. Y'all be good. Good night.